Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I had issues going live a few minutes ago, so some of you may be waiting on a page that won't load on YouTube. So I am here. Hopefully, you will find me. But so here we go. It hope you had a glorious, glorious weekend. And welcome to June. There, I see a few of you coming in now. I had issues, you guys, going live. I had to restart the whole process and start a new live screen. So if you're waiting for me on the old one, my apologies. I'm not able to remove it. It's like it froze. So I'm here now, and this is where I'll do the live, and hopefully I can go back in and delete the one that's frozen or paused. So we are here in a brand. Here we go. Good morning. I see you guys coming in. Thanks for finding me here. If you're just tuning in, I had a tech issue and it froze completely, and YouTube wouldn't let me remove the frozen screen. So here I am. I am working this morning, so I am going to stick pretty much to the energy uptake. Good morning again, says River. Found you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate that so much. Here we are in June. Like it's like crazy. I'm hoping June warms up temperature wise. It's been a bit of a chilly start to our spring. That has some advantages as well as some disadvantages. On the energy for this week, let's jump right in so that I have a few extra minutes to grab a few of your questions here. Interesting energy coming in. So, what I really felt in my meditation was some returning of old things, returning of old experiences, returning of old feelings and old, perhaps even old relationships. You might find yourself thinking about the past, past relationships, past people, past decisions, a lot of things circling back that you may have thought that you may have, I've healed that. Why am I feeling this again? Why is this resurfacing again? Why am I thinking about that? It's going to come up in a very interesting way. It's going to feel, now I want you to hear me on this one. It's going to feel like I'm going backwards. It's going to feel like I've already worked through that. Why am I having to go through that again? And when I first sat with this, I was like, what the heck? But then Spirit spoke to me and Spirit said, when things come back up, so if things come back up for you, whether it be feelings, emotions, old people, old thoughts, things are coming back in, there's a very good reason for it, and it has nothing to do with you not being healed. It has nothing to do with you not learning it the first time. What Spirit said to me, and I absolutely love this, is that version of you and the version that you are now, very different. And that's what Spirit showed me. You've grown, you've learned, you've healed. It's coming back up for a reapply, literally like sunscreen or like a cream, reapplying love, a new perspective to it, because you've grown and you've learned. So perhaps there's just a different part of you now that can hold the past in a very different loving vibration. Yes, that was hard for me. Yes, I learned a lot. I'm just going to reapply some love. It's not that it's unhealed. It's, and a big part of our brain doesn't forget things either. When we've got a life scar, things that have come up, we are very different because of that experience, and we can reapply love, we can reapply support, we can reapply grace for ourselves, and that was experiencing that at that time. We can also let go. We can also forgive at a different level. It's like leveling up that salmon bar. We can take a look at things with fresher eyes, spiritual vision, more clarity, and say, yeah, I was really having a hard time and I loved myself. It's like reapplying the love, and we always kind of knee jerk react to things and blame ourselves. Why is this coming back up? What did I do wrong in that timeline that I have to do it again? Probably nothing. It's about loving it. It's about loving that version of yourself who was doing their best at the time, right? It's about reapplying the love, reapplying the healing, reapplying it, or even looking at it from a different perspective, because you're a different version of yourself now. Maybe you can be softer on that. Maybe you can be softer on how you looked at it at the time. Maybe there's a new application of love that you can add to it. And it may come as very subtle things, you guys. It may come as, I'm thinking about that relationship that didn't work out. I'm just gonna reapply some love and send that whole situation or send that person my loving thoughts. I hope you healed as well. It's about kind of leaning into that with a different perspective. We are also in a huge transformation year. Now, the year of 2025 is a year of nine, big change, and we are shifting and growing as a collective, big time, big time change for for us. And I really felt the letting go of fear. I feel like we're letting go of the grip that's been held on many of us, that grip of fear. I feel like we've done some letting go. I really feel that we've kind of like retracted. I'm not afraid of that anymore. I've got it. I felt collectively that we are kind of letting go of things that have held us in fear. And I really feel that that it's been a big part of the big spiritual movement and spiritual shifts. We're not believing everything that we see online. We're spending less time online. We're spending less time in the vibration of worry and fear. And it just has a very delicious feeling to me, trickling in through June. I just feel like we're owning our power. We're taking that warrior energy and really standing in our truth. We're speaking our truth more lovingly. There's just this flow of letting go of the fear factor and coming. And I first time I think when I've really felt that. Like it was the first time I was like, wow, like collectively there's less fear. Yes, we've got some uncertainty, and yes, we're navigating through some murky waters, but there seems to be a let go of the fear and a hard heck no. I'm not going to lean in there anymore. I'm going to stand in my truth. I'm going to work on my stuff. I'm going to start the healing. I'm not going to participate in what doesn't resonate with me. I found that like a breath of fresh air during my meditation this morning. It was like relief. It felt like just a relief. Yeah, so there we go. So gentle if things come back up, reapply the healing, reapply it like sunscreen or like a lotion, reapply it. And to also take a look and do a little bit of this. Look how far you've come. Look how far you did come from that. And we're always in a healing space anyway, right? We're always working on our healing. I truly believe, and this is a me thing, and you're welcome to pipe it or chime in on this as well. I don't feel like we get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm completely healed and I'm fine. I'm fine, right? We're always kind of working on that. We're always working through our stuff, and we're always working through our learning, and we're always working through our moments in the past. But it's just about reapplying the love and the grace and the kindness to yourself and sending it out. So sending out that loving energy if it involved other people. So those past relationships and past shakiness, just send extra healing out to it. I want to grab a few questions because time is I'm short on it this morning. I do have to get to my in-person office. I'm grateful it's in-person week. Bianca, good morning. Any message from my spirit guides on my love life? I'm working on myself to attract better. Law of attraction, Bianca. It's what we attract. It's also when you look at sometimes is more of a readiness and an allowing. I'm going to allow what's meant to me for me to come, but participating in that as well. So well done, you. As far as advice on that, I feel like your spirit guides, they keep showing me you're on the right track with your own healing. You're on the right track with your own attraction. You're on the right track with what you want to manifest in a person. And I also feel like you're getting out there, Bianca. So I would and looking at it as experiences and not as I don't want to. And yes, there's a desire there, but also look at it as I'm experiencing all these wonderful things that go along with it until I find that vibrational match of a person. Hope that makes sense there. Joanne, good morning. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you, my darling. Joanne, you're so kind and so sweet with your words. Is there any news from my guide? Says Spring. Spring, I really feel like it leans into a lot of that gentle with yourself. You've always done the best that you could at the time, and you're still learning too. And I feel like you're really embracing that and doing a good job. Oh, there's Kyle. Hello, darling Kyle. It's nice to see you here. Tia, is there any messages for me today? I feel like I just gotta practice a little bit more. I'll use the word practice a little bit more grounding this week. I just feel like I'm not sure where the ground is, so I'm curious if you had some uncertainty or I don't know what direction to go in. I feel like I just gotta like stomp on the ground, back against a tree, barefoot on the grass. I feel like I just gotta practice that grounding, that power of now. Right now I'm here. I'm here breathing, and I also feel like I need to breathe, breathing in all the beautiful energy energy all around you, and just kind of like reminding yourself of that. There's beautiful energy all around me, and I'm breathing it in. I just feel like my breath is short. I feel like I'm not really breathing in. So a couple big breaths this week, Tia, a couple of moments where you can just ground yourself, grounding. I just feel like that'll be very beneficial. There's Debbie. Good morning. Any messages on financial situation from Spirit? Hmm. Finances are a little bit turbulent. I think many of us are are very aware of finances, are very aware of how we're spending. I feel that the manifestation is huge. I am very aware of finances, and I watch the overspending, but I don't stop the manifesting. And you can manifest, sales on groceries. Just kind of really kind of pulling out of the fear a little bit. Yes, we have to be aware, but being aware doesn't mean I have to pull in the fearful energy. Debbie, I really have turned up my manifesting, and it has shown itself in many different ways. It was really interesting on Friday. On Friday, I was like, I don't want to pay $1.38 for gas. And I just literally asked Spirit. And as I was driving home, there was one gas station that had gas at $1.15. And I was like, I'll take it. Thank you very much. I think in those little things, it may have only saved me a few bucks on a tank of gas, but those few bucks add up if you can continue with the supporting yourself through the manifesting. Bianca, I agree. Six of Cups energy. Let's see where we go. Dagu Doggin. Hi Lana, does Spirit have any messages for me? I feel like I'm holding a lot in my gut. I feel like I'm low down there. I'm holding a lot of energy. I'm just curious if you had any tummy upset or a little bit of lack of appetite or some appetite stuff going on. I feel like I've got to do some letting go from that lower. So I feel like I've got to kind of like, do a little bit of journaling, really express how I'm feeling. That whole talk to myself in the mirror exercise, or sitting myself down and kind of doing a little bit of communication with myself. I feel like I'm holding some energy there. So I just and perhaps you're coming into a little bit of holding on to energy. I feel like I need to release that energy. I feel like I'm holding it right in here. Aaron, I think I have a new guide. Can you tell me anything about this? Aaron, I feel like the curtains, just as I'm reading that, I feel like the curtains have been open. I feel like this guide is bringing you clarity, is bringing you knowledge, is bringing you a new awareness. There feels to be like this new aha moment. I also feel, Aaron, that this guide is holding your hand. So I don't know if you've been struggling with, Aaron, with like feeling alone. Nobody's walking with me. I feel like I'm holding your hand with this guide. So I kind of would lean in there and just like little things like, can you come with me? Or just kind of like feel that hand of yours, someone squeezing it. I feel like the curtains are open, Aaron. I feel like there's new light coming. Shy already got confronted with things coming back. Ooh, there it is. Lovingly reflection, Shy. Sometimes we can get, here we go again, energy. Lovingly. What else is there to see? What can I reapply on myself? Jules, good morning. Are there any messages from me and my spirit guides? Jules, I see all these baby animals around you. I see like all these like most of them are wild animals, like little baby fox, little baby bunny, little baby ducks. I see all these baby animals, and I feel like it's like new beginnings and more of that playful and that wildness. If you can let yourself be wild this week, like it's in a baby kind of way, in a playful kind of way, like that wildness, that new little critter. Think about what a new little critter must experience when they're brand new, chasing their tail and having some fun. I feel like that's kind of like that playful, wild. Get playful and wild. Oh, I love that for you, Jules. Get playful and wildly playful. Like, I feel like, sometimes it does feel like we're chasing our tail. I just had to go back to that, circle back. And it's okay to be playful that way. And it's okay to let yourself be wild. So whatever wild means for you, Jules, whatever can kind of give you that wild baby animal feel, try applying a little bit of that. And it can be something as simple. It can be something as simple as I'm gonna let my hair do what it needs to do, or just that playfully, wildly playful. I also think, Jules, that with that, I feel like it's going to move energy for you. So, Jules, if you've been feeling like same old, a little bit of stagnant, a little bit like I feel like wash, rinse, repeat. I feel like that wild baby animal energy is going to shift a lot of that energy because I can feel it moving. River, does Spirit have any advice for me about my family regarding the family? Okay, I won't even say that word. He's crossed many lines, but in the family, it hasn't crossed the big ones. So they are resistant to banning him. Okay. So River, I feel like I've got to say I feel like I've got to say, sorry, my glasses went crooked there. I feel like, ooh, and that's interesting. So my glasses went crooked as I was reading that, and I feel that people can only see from their perspective, but that doesn't mean that you have to align with it. And I feel that you need to stand in your own truth and feel what is right and what is wrong for what you want to put in your vibrational frequency. We can't choose what other people put in their vibrational frequency or what they're going to align to, but we can control our own vibrational frequency. And as hard as it's going to be to stay in a loving alignment, do it for yourself. This does not feel right for me. This is where I'm going to stand. This is where I choose to stand, very lovingly wishing you all the best with what you want to align to. But I just can't. And I think that, River, this is also teaching you to kind of to stand in your own truth, even though you're probably going to be judged, even though you're probably going to be hot, this will happen. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and so are you. Everyone's entitled to where they want to stand in their belief system, and so are you. Like, I feel like I've got to include that almost like wash, rinse, repeat, and so are you. And your feelings matter too. Like, I feel like that's kind of a little bit of what you're working through here, and you can do it. It's a hard one when something feels this heavy as what you described there, River, but you can gently remove yourself. I'm just going to go and stand over here, and you guys can do you and what resonates with you. I feel like it's, something that you've struggled with for a long time with other things, not just this topic, but about standing alone in your own truth and standing in your own space and, with your own suggestions and opinions, and we're allowed to have them, and other people don't have to agree. So, River, I'm just curious if you've always kind of leaned into that pleasing what other people want or doing what other people say, and not really honoring how I feel about something. All topics, not just this one, but I feel like this is kind of like holding you in a space of honoring how you feel about something, whether it be a belief system, right or wrong, or how you feel in a very loving, gentle kind of way. It's hard not to blow our gasket sometimes, but I feel like this is kind of giving you that power opportunity to, I just need to be over here on this particular topic, if that makes sense there, River. And I'll try and watch for your response. Shy, I got a question. I want to check on my new kitties. How my new kitties are doing. I assume they got fully settled in their new home now. I do feel quite settled, Shy. I do. I also feel they continue to send you energy. So I'm curious if you get those feelings or if you feel them energetically around you, because I do feel they connect with you, but in a very, very therapeutic way. Hey, we're good. Hey, we love you, and and I don't feel it as an energy of we moved on. I feel and yes, they have. I don't feel them lingering in any kind of sadness, but I feel like energetically we're still together. So it's the whole telepathic communication or energetic feeling there, Shy. I feel like they're saying, you know what, we're good, and we know you're good, and together we can still stay connected this way with awareness and with connection. But I do feel them quite settled. I also feel they have a very similar energy around them. So someone around them is very similar to your energy. Um, Aaron, oh, I love the sunscreen metaphor. Thank you. I feel like that's going to be a handy way to think about it. Thanks, Aaron. I do too. And my spiritual practices, I have to do things. So I will probably use that metaphor with, like, creams or even water. I will probably reapply that love as things come up. If things come up for me, I will literally do that. I'm a very action person, very touchy person. So if I reapply things, I'll use aromatherapy. I got an oil in a roller. I'll probably reapplying that love, or you can even use your deodorant, reapplying, right? So there we go. Thank you, Aaron, for that. Rachel, hi, can't wait, can't stay long, as it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Rachel. Hope you had a great week. It's been a rough one for me, an ill relative. Thankfully now okay. Big hugs to you, Rachel. Big hugs to you, and happy birthday. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button, says Spring. Thank you, Spring. Uh, Trish the Dish, good morning. Trying to figure out my career path. Not sure if the right job is coming or to start my own path, but I have too many ideas to know which way to go. So, Trish, I feel like I need to say little things, little mantras like the light at my feet is showing me the way. I'm going to navigate through this and land where I need to. I try to pull away with, from, oh, if I do this, it's is it the wrong choice or is it the right choice? I allow. I allow and I feel it through. If something doesn't feel good or something feels stronger, so it does, and I'm curious, does the vibration of creating your own path feel stronger than what you're trying to figure out? I always go with where I'm pulled. And if it's not the right decision yet to start my own path, that's okay. I'll let it simmer over here and I'll keep adding energy to it. And I also feel like you're going to land where you need to, and this is guiding you. I always use the show me my way. It can be stepping stones to your own path. So it may not be the right job or the dream job or the perfect situation, but think about it as a stepping stone. Okay, I'm going to step here. Let's see what opens up. I'm going to step here. Let's see what direction I go in. And we as humans, we often respond with, "Yeah, but I don't want to keep changing, and I don't want to do that." But it's taking you on that on that path. And if you kind of do reflect back, and I'll use me as an example, this kept coming up for me, and it kept coming up for me, and I didn't understand when. When was I going to go, full on in with this spiritual work that I do? And I kept having to take these stepping stones. Not right now, not right now, but I can still kind of marinate in it. I can still do little bits of my spiritual work. I can still do small groups. And then when it was time, I understood the timeline. I when I reflect back, I think, thank goodness I didn't push against it because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And it just wasn't time yet. It wasn't that timeline. It wasn't my timeline yet to go full time. And I'm so grateful for all those other jobs in between. I'm so grateful for all the workshops that I took. I'm so grateful for all of the lessons that I learned to get where I am, and I'm still growing and learning. And I'm still following the stepping stones. I still follow the stepping stones, right? And sometimes we pause. And when there's a pause, we humans get impatient. We do, right? Right? How many of you get impatient when you and we use words like "I'm stuck," "I'm not going anywhere"? No, I'm learning where I am, and that's how I will often auto correct my thoughts. I wanted to do this and it's not happening. I'm not stuck. I'm just learning something right now that's going to take me to the next step. I hope that resonates there with you, Trish the Dish. Um, oh, a lot of happy birthdays there to Rachel. Oh, Rachel. Okay, where do we go here? Shy, early today I listened to She Used to Be Mine. It was a random song that came up that I didn't, or on that I didn't control, and that song hit me like a ton of bricks. There it is. Reapply love there, Shy. Reapply. Things are going to come up. We are going to be like kind of coming into that reflective space. And it's not that we haven't healed. Like I said earlier, it's about reapplying love. You're a very different person than you were when things kind of unraveled, right? Um, that sounds horrendous, River. I'm sending you and your loved ones that affected by this so much solstice and light, so much support and love here. I love this group so much. I went through abuse as a child and again as an adult. My own mother accused me of deserving it, so I always had to stand with my own truth. Thanks for sharing there, Spring. And there are things that we don't understand. There are things that we don't understand in the physical world, right? There are some things where I just don't understand. And this topic is one of them. And we as humans, some humans make horrendous decisions and choices that we truly don't understand. Painted Gray, I also like to call Pride the month of love because I'm blessed to be able to love who I want. And love conquers all. I could also call it the month of prideful love. I love that. What a superpower that is. That sounds powerful and absolutely Painted Gray. And I love the vibration of Pride Month, the love and the unconditionalness and the support for all. I love anything that is so focused on love and loving for all, and of course, always supporting people's choices and desires. I love that. River, you won't always have that, unfortunately. The support here, I just love you guys so much and your support. Oh, good morning. There's Lindsay. Hi there, darling. Hope you're settling in, Lindsay. Hope you're settling in. I feel that I'm going through similar things as Trish. You're not alone, my friend. The community here is just incredible. Um, Caitlin C., any messages for me? Caitlin, I don't. I feel like I've got to say to you from spirit. You've always done your best. You've always done your best wherever you were navigating through. I feel like you've always done your best. I also feel like I've got to stand up straight in your lessons and in your learning. I don't know if you're struggling a little bit with worthiness or a little with regret. I really feel it's time to like to be soft and gentle. Be soft and gentle. I also feel like I really need to, and this is going to sound funny, but I have to say what spirit gives me. I really feel like smiling in the mirror and seeing how beautiful and how brilliant your smiling is, and it's very contagious. I feel like I've got to say, let that smile out. Smile. Like I just see like the camera. Spirit just gave me a camera smile. Say cheese. I know it sounds really kind of interesting, but I feel like I've just got to say that. It's really, I would never filter or change what spirit says. So I hit to a mirror, or do some selfies. Geez, I feel like it's that smile energy. There's something there with the vibration that I really feel is going to kind of like move something within you. Maybe Katie 11:45. Or might there be any messages for me related to my best friend and or my current new life choices? Did I miss something here? Every now and again I miss something. I try to catch these messages in order. Every now and again I miss something, and it is what it is. Okay, I landed it. Here it is. Does Spirit have any messages for me today? Maybe Katie 11:45. Okay. Um I feel like I need to pull a message for you from my spirit animal book. I tried to tap in and they pushed me to the book. So let's just see what the book has to say here. Llama. Oh, I like llamas. It's been a long haul, but you're just about there, so hang in there. Volunteer some of your time by being in service to someone or by working with a service type organization. Move slowly and steadily toward your goal and be assured that you are on solid footing. Take time for yourself, which may require that you for t- turn down requests from others for your time or assistance. Seek out the company of others who share similar interests and or activities rather than spending so much time alone. Hope that resonates there for you, darling. Okay. Fran, pauses suck, but I trust that it's the best for me. Yeah, I hear you, Fran. I used to really struggle with that feeling, and and every now and again, if I feel like it's paused, I look around with my spiritual vision, and I simply ask myself, well, what else am I learning? What else? What else is here for me? And I frolic in that. What else is here for me? I try to embrace that pause, because then we tend to overthink it. I'm not worthy of it, or what's happening, or nothing's moving, and I hear it from my students all the time. Lana, I'm not growing. Spirit's not giving me any more, and I say to them, what else is there still to develop in the space that you're in? What I truly don't feel like we're stuck. I feel like we're still learning something. We can't go on to the next until we've kind of learned what we haven't quite finished up learning here. So I will literally say to myself, you're still learning something here. You're not stuck. You're just learning. There's still something here that you're being learned. Someone's teaching you something in this space. I try to lean into that because it doesn't feel good when we feel like we're stuck. It doesn't feel good, right? So I try to shift that not feeling good into I'm still learning something here. I haven't quite caught it yet. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know why, but I know that there's something here, and I will have my aha moment. And I'm sure as you guys have always had your aha moments later on down the road. Have you ever had an aha moment later? It was like, oh, that's why. Thanks. Right? And it's all you can do sometimes is laugh. I get it now. I didn't get it then, but gentle with yourself while you're learning that. All right, you guys. I know there's a lot of you here. I appreciate your time so much and for all the support. Got to clock in, says River. I'll listen to the rest later. Love y'all. Love you too, River. Um, the support here, I know I harp on this a lot, but it is incredible. It's a beautiful reminder here when we come on live and we support one another. It's a big, delicious, juicy, it's so juicy reminder that there is still so much good and love and support in the world, that we have our community here to lean on. And it feels like magic every single time I go live. No matter what's going on, there's magic here on the channel. There's support here on the channel, and I love that you guys have taken on that. Here's a wing for you to come under. Here's some loving words that I can help you with. I love that so much because this is your channel. This is your channel. So though I am so grateful, and I love seeing the growth here with all of you, and the support and the courage. And it takes courage to share, right? So, like, let's applaud the people who have had the courage to share. I'm having a hard time, right? This is happening or happened. I think that takes a huge amount of courage. It also really shows how safe we feel with each other. There's a safety here. We know there's a safety. We feel safe here. And that is incredible to be able to lean in on. This is safe, right? We love each other. We're safe here to share. I think it's incredible. Let's grab some an angel number. Let's grab an angel number. Ooh, the time goes. I can't believe how fast that timeline goes. 352. Faithfully walk in the direction of your dreams. Holy cow. Trusting that you are divinely guided through each step. Ooh. So, we just talked about that feeling of stuck, that stepping stone, the stepping stones. And, am I going in the right direction? I gotta read that again. I just got like goosebumps, like, those tingles that tingle. Faithfully walk in the direction of your dreams, trusting that you are divinely guided through each step. Wow, that's incredible. I just need a moment. I need to let that seep in. All right, Fran, you must be getting older. Time speeds up. Nope, I'm not getting older, Fran. Experience, maybe. I refuse to get older. I'm just gonna love every moment that I'm here. But yes, Fran, I agree. Time goes so fast. I find time, is even goes faster when you're enjoying yourself, right? Like, it doesn't feel like I've been on for 31 minutes. I enjoy this so fast, so much that it just goes so fast. I want to frolic here some more. Come on, you guys, help me out. There we go. Jaguar. Ooh, I don't know if we've had that one. All right, Jaguar. Focus on what you want with clear, unequivocal intention, and stay with it so it's a successful conclusion. You're going to experience an awakening or deepening of your psychic vision. It's very third eye energy, coming in as well. There's a lot of people who are growing their spiritual connection, or who are brand new and who are connecting at a rapid rate. Um, You've been very patient. Yes, I have. And you're just about to manifest the key to prosperity and beneficial outcomes. So as soon as the next opportunity appears, take a leap and go for it. Again, with some leaps and opportunities. Keep your plans and intentions to yourself, not to be secretive, but so that they will gain power and your intention and purpose will become even clearer. I am a big hard yes on that. No need for striving or ambition at this time, so relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor until the next quest. Let go of whatever isn't working anymore in your life. By doing so, you'll reclaim your power. Black Jaguar. Express and enjoy your sensuality and your passion in many ways as possible, and as much as you can. For your personal and spiritual growth, it's time to face your fears and let them go. Stop worrying about everything, surrender what is, and let the future take care of itself. Stop worrying about everything, surrender to what is, and let the future take care of itself. Power of now. Huge. I don't think we've had the Jaguar come up. I mean, my memory isn't always 100% spot on. If it has come up, it was a while ago, because I don't remember this one. I love when we get a new spirit animal that comes up into the book. it also is in alignment with what we talked about with letting things come and trusting the pause. I it, it always does. I don't know why I'm still so surprised all the time. It still has that magic feeling to me. That's a good one, sis friend. Absolutely. Um, all right, so I will. I think I gotta check. Sorry, you guys, didn't check my Friday schedule. I'm pretty sure I'm live here for an Ask the Medium, but let me just. Friday, yes, I will be here for an Ask the Medium session, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll get to a few more questions. Okay, as always, you guys have a fantastic week. Frolic in the energy. I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. Take care.